Hello, chess family. It's me, National Master Jesse James, and today we're going over another very fun game in the Colle system. In this one, we're going to take a look at where Black actually plays an early b6 defeating Kettle, but he's playing against a world champion, some consider one of the best chess players in history, Jose Capablanca, the Cuban genius, and well falls into a very easy trap. So, let's go ahead and get to it. If you want to, you could try to find the double exclam that Capablanca plays to checkmate his opponent very fast, so here we go. We start off with d4, d5, knight f3, knight to f6. Here we got a very common symmetrical Colle right here. Pawn to e3 gets played. Now it's officially a Colle system. Pawn to e6, bishop to d3. That's where our bishop belongs. Remember, a lot of times in these systems, the bishop is going to be attacking on the h7 because whenever they castle, h7 is the weak square. And here, Black continues with bishop d6. Again, Black is just kind of copying right here. And here, White goes ahead and plays knight b to d2. Knight b to d7, castles, and here White goes ahead and plays queen to e2. Here, this is a very, very common move here, and I do like it the best. Typically, you don't play pawn c3 until c5 gets played, and rook e1 is another way to play, but I definitely like e4 in this one because we're going to try to hurry up and play pawn to e4 as soon as possible. And these variations can get very tricky because if Black takes back on e4, he can find himself in trouble. So here, Black does play one of the best moves, which is pawn to b6 here. And, well, I like this move because bishop b7 is going to be getting the bishop out. And maybe Black even tries to put the knight on e4, which is almost the exact same plan as White in some of these lines where you get to play knight to e5. But because of Black's very nice move of bishop d6, this won't be happening. And here, White's going to go ahead and try to open up this bishop as soon as possible. So we play pawn to e4. Idea very simple here is, well, later on, once the pawns either trade or maybe I'll get pawn e5 in if my opponent's so nice, then my bishop is opened up to join the game. Of course, Black cannot allow this, so he goes ahead and plays d takes on e4, knight takes on e4, of course, and here, Black plays bishop to e7. Definitely not the best move here. Here, Black has many good moves, but like I said before, here one of the best ones is just to play bishop to b7. And here I can definitely understand why Black didn't want to play this move because he doesn't want to lose his good dark square bishop. I mean, I think you're okay after this. After knight takes, pawn takes, you have the open c file here. You have control over e5 here. I definitely think maybe White does have a slight little plus here with the bishop pair, but this is something I would be playing as Black here to try to get some kind of equality or maybe an imbalance so I could then play for a win. But as I said, Black went ahead and played bishop b7 in this game. And here we go. White continues with rook to e1. And here Black makes a very bad move with rook to e8. Now, this is a very common move that Black will make a mistake in. I mean, again, Black should have looked about playing something like bishop b7 here, and this is going to stop a lot of problems that's about to happen, especially after this double question mark move of rook to e8. So, anyways, back to the game. Rook to e8 got played, and here it's White to move and start to create some threats. Here, Kappa goes ahead and plays knight e to g5, and here we can already see the sacrificial idea. Here, unfortunately for Black, they did not see the idea and played bishop to b7. And now it is White to move and win and get your double exclam out of this. After this, the position falls very quickly and, well, again, Kappa just wins fast. If you haven't already, go ahead and give us that like and subscribe. Remember, liking this video is going to share this with other chess players. All right, were you able to find the move? Again, this is a very common sacrifice, especially in the d4 openings. What do you play? Here we have the brilliant knight takes on f7 here. And here, well, I mean, come on, e6 is about to fall. You get a free tempo off the queen, so it's not just so simple here. Believe it or not, Black's best move here is to play something like queen to c8. And after queen takes on e6, you're just going to have to lose a piece here. And, yeah, I mean, computer's giving either knight to e5 here or bishop d5, which does look a little tricky here. But, well, check it out here. Bishop takes on h7, check here. If the knight takes back, then you get to just play the simple move of queen takes on d5. Or if you want to be tricky, you can play something like knight to h6 first, king h8, knight to f7 check, king g8, then queen takes on d5. Notice that you cannot play the queen g8 check here because bishop takes, and this still covers the checkmate of the Smothers mate idea over here with the bishop. So can't do that. So you just take on d5 here after the knight f7 check, and then you'll be threatening that again. And here White's just in a winning position. Anyways, back to the game. Black did not play this instead, he went ahead and played the move I think he thought was going to be taking this idea away. He played bishop takes on f3 here. And this is probably why this was given a double exclam, because this bishop takes on f3 here does muddy the waters a little bit. I mean, you don't really want to take back with your pawn because it's going to open up your king. And you don't want to take back with the queen because then you lose all your ideas with queen takes on e6. So, well, what's the best move here? Should we take on e6 here? This is kind of a conundrum over here, or a hard decision to make. Believe it or not, simple chess. Just go ahead and play pawn takes on f3 here. If the queen takes on e6, we get into those variations we were looking at earlier with bishop to d5 here, and you'll be okay here. You can actually escape with knight takes on d8 check, bishop takes, knight takes, but, well, you won't get the brilliant game that we got to see here. Again, white is winning here, but typically with strong players, when you see a good move, you look for a better one. Or, in this case, when you see a good variation, you look for a better one. Why win the game in 40 moves when you can win it in 20? Anyways, back to the main game. After this, we simply just play g takes on f3, and again, the queen is being attacked, and again, you should not take this knight. Instead, you should just play queen c8, and you'll survive for a little bit longer, but again, white will just be winning here. Well, it looks like black just wanted to jump on the sword here and played king takes on f7, and now the game ended very fast. Queen takes on e6 check, king back to f8, and here can you find the final good move here that's just going to win the game really fast? Here the idea is the light squares are weak, so you simply got to add another piece into this. Remember, queen cannot checkmate by herself. She will always need help, whether it's from her pieces or her opponent's pieces. Here we play bishop c4, and no more good moves here. It is going to be forcing checkmate or winning heavy material. In the game, black went ahead and played knight to e5, the only saving move here to guard on f7 checkmate. Rook takes on e5, and the only way to stop checkmate here was to play this move, queen to d5. I mean, I guess at this point you can pretty much just resign, but hey, I guess you want to live just a little bit longer. Of course, rook takes on d5 here. I mean, you're more than welcome to take with your bishop, but here the bishop is such a strong piece here. By keeping it on the board, there's going to be many good checkmating ideas. So, rook takes on d5. And, well, at this point, now black said it's time to throw in the towel. So remember this strong idea, guys. Always remember, try to get pawn to e4 in your games in, so this will open up your bishop. And remember, black does have a great idea with playing bishop b7. Make sure you play it sooner rather than later. And be careful for black. If he does play this idea of playing rook to e8, look for the sacrifice of knight takes on f7 here. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.